Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 9 of Speak On It. For those keeping count at home, last week I said episode 7. In reality, it was episode 8. I cannot count. Last week was the Kobe episode and I missed it, so I apologize for that. This week, though, episode 9, Nick Foles MVP episode. So we know we're bringing that heat. I'm very excited about tonight. I am your host, Danny Ocean, joined as always by the smoothest man on the planet, Loasted Mix. How you living, baby?
Hey, man, you already know when you see this Nas fade, there can only be one brother, the good brother, Los, D-Mix, Danny Ocean. As always, it's a blessing and an honor to be here with you. I'm not going to call this the Nick Foles episode because that's just not what we're doing around here. We can call this the Rajon Rondo episode if we're talking about 9. Shout out to Playoff Rondo in the building. But not saying Nick Foles because, he was better than Carson Wentz. I mean, there was a period of time when you was really gassing Carson Wentz. And don't think I forgot. You was telling me Carson Wentz better than Aaron Rodgers. In his prime, Carson Wentz can go toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers. And I said, die. I didn't forget.
Is that on wax? Did we get that? Is that on video? Is Kyle in the chat? Is our researcher here? Is that on wax?
Here we go, the research department. Don't go in here with the research. Danny Ocean, I have known you for how long now? That we know good and damn well back when the Eagles were worth a damn, you was gassing Carson like no other.
I don't. Good. What's up, Kyle? Research. Shout out to our researcher, Kyle in the building.
Department. Kyle, what's good, brother?
As always, if you drop something in the chat, we'll talk back. As always, this show is brought to you by goingfor2.com. Hit up goingfor2.com for all your daily fantasy needs. Would you say, Kyle? I refuse to research any Rodgers slander.
Hey, Kyle, you already see the on the back of this jersey, baby. You already know what it is. There
is zero proof of me saying that Carson Wentz is better than Aaron Rodgers. That is not on wax. That is not on video. It does not exist. I don't recall saying that Carson was better than Aaron Rodgers.
America. The man is lying.
If I'm lying, I'm flying, and both feet are on the ground right now. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. I have never.
Okay. All right. Let's get into it.
But anyway, support for Speak On It is brought to you by Manscaped, who's the best men's below-the-waist grooming out in the streets. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tooling for your family jewels. They obsess over their technology development to provide you the best tools for your grooming experience. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men. You're looking at 2 of them worldwide. And we have an exclusive offer for our listeners. Get 20% off and free shipping when you use the code SPEAKONIT at manscaped.com. Actually, Manscaped hooked both of us up with a bunch of tools and formulas from their Perfect Package 3.0 kit. As you can see here, for those of you watching the restream or joining us live, Manscaped has created the best ball hair trimmer ever, the Lawnmower 3.0. Let's get a look at this baby. Their 3rd generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. I feel more confident now shaving my boys than I did when I was just using clippers like a buster. In addition, the trimmer comes with an LED light for a more precise shave, and it's waterproof to make your shower experience safe and clean and easy. And for proof, there's the light. And don't use the same trimmer. Yes, this is a big rule. Don't use the same trimmer for your balls as your face. That's gross. That's cross-contamination. You wouldn't touch raw chicken and then touch a hamburger. So it's the same logic and all that. The Lawnmower 3.0 comes inside of their brand new Perfect Package 3.0, which comes with everything you need to keep trimmed, cut-free, and smelling nice downstairs. The Manscaped Perfect Package 3.0 also includes the Crop Preserver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. In the works, trust me, for a man whose thighs rub together. You already put deodorant on your armpits, why not put it on your balls? Speaking of stinky balls, I'm thankful for their Crop Reviver. This product, along with the Crop Preserver, keeps your balls from sweating, smelling, and stinking. And yes, your balls do stink. Manscaped threw in some gifts for us. They gave us some shirts. They gave us some swag, some underwear. All of it's dope. Again, head over to manscaped.com. Use the code SPEAKONIT for 20% off and free shipping. Again, head over to manscaped.com. Code SPEAKONIT, 20% off and free shipping. Your balls will thank you.
Yes, they will. Thank your balls.
Thank you. Take care of your boss. The boss take care of you.
Yeah, ain't lying about that.
All right, let's talk. Let's get into it because you and I were really fired up yesterday, and we almost shot the show yesterday, but we have to wait until today. Let's talk about this NCAA tournament, both men's and women's. On the men's side, Gonzaga got slaughtered by Baylor last night, and then Stanford beat Arizona. Man, I had the biggest brain fart. Beat Arizona Sunday night for the NCAA title. D, what are your thoughts on both games? How did you enjoy the tournament? Overall, like, what were your thoughts this weekend from the Final Four in the national championship game?
Yeah, I think overall, and this might be a hot take. Beep, 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 beep. That's my hot take button. But this might be a hot take. The women's tournament was better than the men's. In my personal opinion, the women's tournament was better than the men's. Now, in my defense, I hate the 2-half thing. NCAA, I'm looking at you in the eyes, man. This 2-half thing, you gotta kill that shit. It's corny, it's stupid, it's long, it's ridiculous, it's AAU style basketball. Stop it. Ladies, thank you. Thank you for giving us real hoops, real close hoops. Anyway, though, I think the women's tournament was better than the men's. Congratulations to both Stanford and Baylor. Incredible, incredible victories. I will say the game of the tournament across both was obviously UCLA and Gonzaga. Obviously that was that was Gonzaga's national championship. So, I mean, they got to the natty and was like, well, we'll be seeing you. We're going back to our fraudulent ways. But all in all, I think the two best teams, respectfully, in both the men's and the women's tournament, obviously won. I think going forward, I think the men need to reevaluate their product, right? The 2-halves thing just isn't working for me, man. It's too slow. And another thing, why is it that the last 2 minutes of every college basketball game is straight turnovers and free throws? That's all it is. Turnover, like dribble, lose control, turnover, dribble, lose control, turnover, back and forth till someone gets fouled. I don't know. Overall, though, I enjoyed myself. It wasn't a bad tournament. We're like one more UConn Final Four loss away from having to have a discussion, though. Go ahead.
I think we are here for that discussion, right? Because Gino has lost in the Final Four the past 3 tournaments, 3 times as a habit. It's time to have that conversation with Gino. But apparently UConn is reloading, and they'll be back in the Final Four to lose next year to a scrappy senior guard.
You know what's even funnier? Speaking of that exact same sentence, I thought it was hilarious that Gino basically, his post conference, he was basically like, we're going to be back in the Final Four next year. Like, damn, all right, you that confident? Damn, you. I was like, hey, Twitter, don't do your thing, because 365 days from now, I hope we not bringing that up on a freezing cold take.
Well, I think I saw somewhere on Twitter that Gino has been to the Final Four like every year. Like it's a guarantee. Like it seems like his burden is getting to the championship game.
What? He gets something like. He's got to the Final Four every time they go into that. Do you mean the last however X many years, UConn has been in the Final Four? Research department, can you look that up?
Research. Speaking of which, Cal, shout out to the Stanford women. They won both Final Four games by a combined 2 points. What? Oh yeah, they did. They did.
Hey man. Ain't about how you get to the finish line. It's how do you get there, I guess, right? Right? So it's sort of like the Portland Trailblazers. They're like, what, 4th or 5th in the West, but they have one of the worst point differentials in the league. Ain't about how you get there, but if you get there or not.
Don't you worry, Luka about to change that, but that's another topic for another day. I don't think you had a very hot take. I enjoyed the women's game a lot more than the men's tournament. I even enjoyed it more than the UCLA Gonzaga game, which sucks at the game winner. For me because I don't like listening to commentators. So I did listen to the commentary for both games, and I felt like Ryan Rucco and Rebecca Lobo for the women's side set the table a lot better than Grant Hill, Jim Nance, and the other guy, I forgot his name. Like, Rebecca and Ryan like walked us through and set the table, who the players are. This is what they're good at. This is what to expect. And I really appreciated that, especially for someone who hasn't followed college basketball all year. And it made it a lot more enjoyable, especially in crunch time. Now, hold on. Before we start ripping into Gonzaga, Cal asked, what did you guys think about Gino's postgame comments saying his team was immature? I'm not crazy about that, directed towards those young women.
I'm always picky and choosy about, well, I think picky and choosy is the wrong word. I'm always indecisive about how I feel when coaches make comments directly at their team. It's like sometimes like when a coach says, oh, we just came out and played lazy and uninspired. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I see that. Like that makes sense. Like you can tell by performance if a team came out like flat, lazy, uninspired. But when you use that words like immature or what's another good one? Having a hard time learning, still picking things up. It's like, okay, now you're trying to attack the character. Now it's like, now you're trying to like decline their stock because you're unhappy. Like, I think coaches, I understand the emotion of the game, stuff like that. You sometimes say things, but just be a little bit mindful. Also, I know that some coaches use certain words to like get their teams going. Understandable. Sometimes you just got to find a different word. That's just my personal opinion.
I need to listen to it in context. Like I'm kind of with you. Like I'm kind of what's his face? Tom Izzo is famous for this, like going off the rails on his team. But apparently he's like, well, this is what the team needs. Like Gino's around his team. And if they were in the locker room before the game, like cracking up and not being serious, then maybe there's some context that we're missing. But I'm kind of with you. Like it all depends on the context and the delivery. Like if he, like you said, if he's like calling them out, borderline calling them out of their name in regards to stuff that's not related to basketball, then we got a problem. Oh, Kyle, research. What did research say? Research. What did you say, Kyle? Cal said UConn has been to every Final Four since 2008. That's why Gino said. He said we going to the Final Four.
Son, that's 13 years in a row. What? How many national championships? So 13 years in a row, he's been to the Final Four. How many national championships?
Let's think. I know they didn't win it this year. They didn't win it. Well, there was.
They lost the last three, right? They've lost 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what about the previous 10?
The last time they won, it was with Breonna Stewart, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was her senior year. That the beginning of that run is when he had like Diana Taurasi, and they won like 4 straight. Like that's when UConn became UConn, if I'm not mistaken. 6 titles.
6 titles
in 13 years. That's crazy.
That
is absurd.
What's even wild is what the Stanford. Putting in perspective, the Stanford coach went 25 years between national championships. That's ridiculous. First off, how do you have a tenure that long?
I mean,
is that normal in college basketball for these coaches to have like 10, 20, 30-year tenures?
But here's the thing, though, right? When you have such a dominant force as Gino, right? Like, I guess if you're the other college coaches, you're just playing for spot number 2, right? Because Gino has all the high recruits. And now I feel like especially, again, I don't watch a lot of women's college basketball, so I don't want to speak too much, but it feels like there's sort of a shift happening. Like Baylor, for the past couple of years, has constantly been in the mix. Sounds like South Carolina's in the mix. Arizona, like there might be a changing of – yeah, Notre Dame pops up. See, I don't take Notre Dame athletics seriously, so we're not going to talk about this. Oh, you talk about a program that chokes.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of choking, last week, you was in these streets, and everyone in the chat was too. Y'all was trying to tell me how Gonzaga was going to win a national championship. I'm still listening. Talk to me. What happened? What'd I tell y'all?
Well, I'm going to put it like this. I'm at a point now where I'm putting Gonzaga basketball in the same breath as University of Georgia football. They're just bound to let you down in the postseason. They're going to get you all the way through the regular season. And by the end of the regular season, you're going to think this team can win a national championship. Then they get to Final Four, and then you're like, this is it. This is the year. They're going to beat the big dog. And then they don't. Then you sit there like, then their fans are like, oh, this team's going to be back next year. We got all these. I'm sorry, Chris. We're going to be Man, I'm sick of hearing we're going to be back next year. I don't want you back next year. I don't want you back next year. Matter of fact, let's get somebody else to disappoint the people and disappoint their fan base next year. Gonzaga. You know what? America, I promise you, next year Gonzaga losing first round of 64 in my bracket. I'm not doing this no more. This is like 2 or 3 tournaments in a row. No more. I just don't get it. Have they ever won a national championship? Like seriously?
No, they have not.
Okay.
What I tell you?
Never again.
In 2006, a number 3 Gonzaga team had a 5-point lead with like 30 seconds to go, and they choked it away to a 2-seeded UCLA team that was led by Darren Collison, Jordan Farmer, and Ryan Hollins. And since that day, I have kicked that Gonzaga drug. I am Gonzaga free. I have been to rehab, and I've been free for almost 20 years, and I ain't going back. Damn, Cal with the more research. Let's see. The Stanford coach Van Deer got to Stanford at the same year as Gino went to UConn in 1985. 3 titles for Stanford in that time, 11 for UConn. Kyle, you are the MVP. You are the foundation. Thank you for being research. We greatly appreciate you.
Yo, okay. Gino has been coaching at UConn since 85.
I've been alive less than that.
People, I want y'all to know I turn 25 next month. Gino has been coaching at UConn longer than I have been alive.
Here we go. More from research. Kyle from research says, I think the reason Van Dever, who is the Stanford head coach on the women's side, has such a long tenure, the reason is consistency. Most wins all time for any coach, only 2 losing seasons. See?
She got more wins than
Pat Summitt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Pat Summitt been out, God rest her soul, but Pat Summitt has been out the game for like 10 years now. Not like out the game, like gone. But
and where's Gino on that list? He's like second or third?
Gino got to be right there. I wonder if Gino's first few years at UConn were rough before it became the juggernaut that we know today.
I wonder if you're a UConn fan, like, and maybe someone watching is a UConn fan, but do UConn fans love the women's team or the men's team more?
Oh, got to be the women's team.
Got to be the women's team, right? Because you know that women's team is going to get to the Final Four every year. I would be a super fan for those ladies. I would be a super fan for those ladies. Pom-poms and all.
You had the 2 years, you had Kimba's run in 2011, and then what team did Kevin Ollie had that just came out of nowhere and won a national championship in like 2014 or 15?
Yeah, that was my senior year of high school because I remember watching it at my boy's house, and I was like, UConn? What?
UConn is the mecca of college basketball. Who would have thought?
It honestly, I think if you take in consideration like men and women's, it might be UConn. Like it might be UConn. Like if you add up men and women's programs, is there a better school that has a better basketball program across both men and women than UConn?
I think Baylor would be able to throw their hat in the ring.
Okay. So Baylor can enter the conversation.
I think Baylor could enter the conversation right now. I'm trying to think of other teams that are good. Oh, Kyle in here talking trash about Canadian soccer.
He said, like in Canada soccer, we like the women's team way more than men's.
Hey, in the USA, we love the women's team more than the men's too.
Yeah, let me tell you something. The men's national team is about as embarrassing as you can possibly get. The men's national team is how we view like the
Timberwolves.
The Timberwolves, how we view the damn New York Jets. Used to be how we view the Cleveland Browns, how we currently are viewing the Houston Texans, just an abomination of a franchise that we don't know how people support it, but there's some people out here who do. And that's just kind of where we're at.
You could probably say all Houston sports outside of the Astros, right? Well, they're cheaters, so no one respects them. Dog, you could say all Houston sports.
Yeah, all of Houston. All Houston sports are literally in the mud right now. Shout out to, like, if you're a Houston sports fan right now, just know my heart in some way, capacity is just a little bit there with you because, like, you have nothing to root for. You can't root for your baseball team because everywhere you go, they're quite literally getting trolled. They're just getting trolled for being cheaters. Your basketball team lost its best player, and now Now they're just out here throwing bodies out there. They're just out here. John Wall can't really stay healthy. Christian Wood, he's still getting back from injuries, getting better, but the Rockets ain't going nowhere, man. They're god awful. The Texans, I mean, they're a dumpster fire right now. They're just a dumpster fire for franchise right now. So,
Lord, you got University of Houston. They were just in the.
They were just in the final. They were in the Final Four, but
they were in the Final Four. That's right. They got throttled by Baylor.
But apparently, I mean, hey, they lost. They lost to the national champion. So you're going to lose.
Kyle says that the Canadian men's soccer team haven't played in the World Cup since '86. That's almost as long as Gino Ariano's tenure at UConn. That is the stat of the night, brought to you by our researcher, Kyle.
Thank you to our research department, Kyle. Kyle, you got to make sure you follow me on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter if you don't, so I can make sure we're tagging you so we can thank you properly for your research. Because these are incredible stats.
Remember, we can't pay you because we're built off integrity and amateurism.
Yeah, we are the NCAA around here, Kyle, so we cannot pay.
We are a nonprofit.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a nonprofit organization. I'm a charitable organization, actually. And look, America, if you out here watching this, sponsor me. I'm talking about if you need a model, people. Let me tell you something. I can model. I got some modeling experience, actually. Like I got some modeling experience. Let me tell you, you need a model, you need a voiceover actor. I've always wanted to be like a voiceover actor. Like if I was creative, I would definitely try to pitch my own like animated show because I want to be like a voiceover actor. If you need one, let me know. I can act too. I can act too. Why you do this to me, man? You see that crying face?
Yeah, I heard. I thought that was real. I thought you stubbed your toe.
See, let me tell you something. I'm multifaceted. I can make some music. If you're an A&R out here, I was working on a song over the weekend. I'm thinking about coming back and dropping in like a 5 or 6 song EP. So all I'm saying is, y'all know of Jamie Foxx. He's incredible. I'm saying I taught him everything he knows.
Good night. All right. So last thing on this, again, Kyle in research says Van Devere has just over 100 more wins than Gino, which lets me know that Gino's start at UConn was rough because he has lost like 15 games in 10 years. And I will pass the bill to Jeff. Jeff is our fearless leader at goingfor2.com. Kyle, Jeff he'll front the bill for research. He will. That's going to go on the tax returns. So let's talk about some football because we have a big trade. So Sam Darnold got traded to Carolina. The Jets got a 2021 6th-round pick, a 2022 2nd-round pick, and a 2022 4th-round pick. Does this move the needle at all for you for Carolina?
That's all they got for Sam Darnold? They didn't even get they didn't even get Carolina's 1st-round pick?
No, they didn't get a 1. They didn't get anything. They got
wait a minute.
6, a 2, and a 4.
This entire time, I don't know why this entire time, as soon as I saw Sam Darnold was traded, I was like, oh, so they had to have given up they didn't even, so they get to keep their 1st-round pick.
They get to keep 8.
Oh, does this move the needle for who? The Panthers? I mean, let me tell you something. I think this is a good move for the Panthers. Sam Darnold wasn't a terrible quarterback. He was a half-decent quarterback who was playing for a terrible organization and an even more terrible head coach in Adam Gase. Adam Gase, you should be fired, by the way. Yeah, I said it. You should be fired. But he just got off. Just got off. Oh, wait, Adam Gase is fired, isn't he?
Adam Gase is gone.
Robert Saleh's coach. Robert Saleh, hold it down, brother. I believe in you. Adam Gase, stay fired. But I think this helps Carolina though. I think Sam Darnold with those weapons that they have in Carolina because they added another Ohio State wide receiver, right? Right?
They have DJ Moore.
They have DJ Moore,
Robbie Anderson, excuse me.
And they still have Curtis Samuel.
No, Curtis Samuel is in New Orleans, if I'm not mistaken.
Curtis Samuel?
Let me see. Curtis Samuel plays for the Washington Racial Slurs.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Curtis Samuel did sign there. Okay. Yep. Well, yeah, those young pieces. Sam Darnold gets a refresh. I think Matt Rule isn't a bad head coach. I think give him a decent quarterback. I think they're still going to be. 6-10, 7-9, 8-8. That's just who they like. They're definitely not good enough to win the division, but they're not bad enough to just tank. So
Okay, so Carolina signed David Moore.
yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Teddy and Darnold. Do we think Teddy and Darnold will be competing? No. Kyle, I'm with you. I think Sam Darnold already has a job because if there was any thought in their mind that Teddy might be the guy, they wouldn't have traded for Sam Darnold, and they wouldn't got Sam Darnold. Didn't even have to get much for it. Oh yeah, I think Sam Darnold's the way to go. Plus, I think they know that Teddy can make the throws, but he doesn't make the offense better, if that makes sense. You know, like he doesn't push the offense forward. He doesn't necessarily hold it back. He doesn't just push it forward. He just gets it enough done. That's why they were 7-9 or 5-11 or however. Like they had a good enough record for what Teddy does at this point in his career.
I kind of feel bad for Teddy now, right? Like now he's officially the new Tyrod Taylor. Like, hey, Teddy, we'll sign you for a year, but just know we're going to actively find your replacement. And I kind of feel bad for him because he was going to be in charge of one of the best Vikings teams, probably one of the best teams in the league until he shredded his knee. For me, that's who I thought about first was Teddy Bridgewater. I just felt really bad from him. So, Kyle, let's talk about Sam Darnold. I think Kyle's on to something. What Darnold has more upside. I hear you guys, but let me tell you this. If Justin Fields falls to 6 or 7, I'm grabbing Justin Fields. And this is going to be what it's going to be.
Are you talking about for Carolina?
Yeah, for Carolina. Like right now, Sam Darnold, for me, he doesn't do much. Like so you're the second best team in the NFC South. You might be a wild card team. You're going to be a couple games over 500. Panthers are the second best team in the NFC South.
Get out of here! No, they are not.
Dog. Okay, so y'all
no,
slept.
They are not.
Y'all ridiculed me for my Gonzaga take, and now y'all gonna rip me for my Saints take. If Jameis Winston is not behind center 100% of the snaps, the Saints will be the third best team in the NFC South. If they keep trotting out Taysom Hill like he's some sort of quarterback, they will lose, and they will be the third best team in the NFC South.
I agree with you to an extent. Jameis will be the primary passing quarterback, but they're going to still find ways to play Mr. Gadget Man in.
Nope. Inspector Gadget is for TV.
That's too much for Sean Payton to be like. They gave Taysom Hill too much money for Sean Payton to be like, nah, we're not going to use this guy. Now they're going to gadget him up 100%.
No, 100%. You can't. If Taysom Hill gets even 10% of the snaps, the Saints will be the third best team in the NFC South. No. And I know Carolina needs a defense.
Define third best, because it sounds like you're saying based off what you're saying, it sounds like the Saints are like a 6-10, 7-9 team, and I'm saying that ain't happening, Captain. That's a 10-6 team.
It'd be 10-7, right? Because we have 17 games, baby. That's gonna be a hard habit to break. Because I'm right. Because the math is uneven now. I'm saying, if Jameis Winston is not the primary starter, then the Saints will be trash. Now, if Jameis is, if he is the guy I think he is, and I think they'll compete with Tampa Bay for first, but I think Sean Payton is going to be too smart for his own good, and he's going to try to force Taysom Hill down our throats, and he's going to pay.
All it's going to take is one game where they get blown out by a lot because Sean Payton was trying to do the whole Taysom Hill gadget thing. The media kills him, and then he's like, nah, Taysom. We bring you in as a tight end.
Taysom should never touch a football field to throw the ball ever again, and we're gonna end it on that. Dog, I'm glad he got his money, but you're not gonna sit here and tell me Taysom Hill is a better quarterback than Greg Ward. Like Greg Ward was forced to. You're gonna sit here and tell me that Taysom Hill is a better quarterback than Terrell Pryor, than Logan Thomas, because he's not.
Okay, serious question. In their prime, who you taking? Taysom Hill, Jamarcus Russell? Dead ass.
Jamarcus Russell, dead ass. I'm taking Jamar, dog. Dog, at least he can throw it far. Like, I'll say, hey, dog, just run a go route. Jamar, throw it. Jamarcus, throw it over there. I wouldn't take Taysom Hill for nothing, dog. Like, I am so sick. Like, I don't want to rant about this because it really pisses me off that these New Orleans Saints out in these streets trotting Taysom Hill out, and I'm supposed to believe he's a better quarterback than Jameis Winston. That is a lie from the pits of hell, and I refuse to listen to it.
Oh, Lord. Nah,
My man Cal said, what if the Jaguars drafted Bridgewater instead of Blake Bortles? How much different? It wouldn't be much different because the Jaguars are the Jaguars. Yeah, Tom Coughlin is Tom Coughlin.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Whichever team, it would have been Bortles on the Vikings. Then is that what he's saying? Bortles on the. Oh please, that team. I think that team would have been worse. I think that team would have been worse. Because I'm gonna tell you something. First time Blake Bortles would have had to play Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers would have 2 touchdowns on them.
Here we go.
Blake Bortles would have just got to throwing straight picks to the other side, man. But knowing our Packers defense, Blake Bortles will probably have 1 or 2 games where he passes for like 350 yards and looks like a franchise quarterback. So, and the Vikings, those would be the games that the Vikings mess around and win. They mess around, go like 9-7, 10-6. They mess around and give Blake Bortles a contract. So that's how I see that playing out. Whole lot of disappointment, just in a different body.
Kyle said, could Teddy have gotten that Jags defense to the Super Bowl? I think Blake Bortles could have. I think that was coaching. Doug Marrone coached scared in the second half of that Pittsburgh game. I don't care who was the quarterback. He was playing scared.
Patriots game. They
playing the Patriots.
They beat down the Steelers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're right. They beat down Pittsburgh and they lost to New England.
Oh man, I only remember that because I was sitting on the timeline just laughing at the Big Ben slander. Just straight laughing.
Oh, Big Ben slander is good. Big Ben slander is what cures racism in America. All of us getting together and making fun of Big Ben. That's the key, baby. That's what we're here for.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the Jags coach scared. And again, Tom Coughlin was the coach. Tom Coughlin was like the GM. Like, Tom Coughlin ruined those teams because he couldn't handle Jalen Ramsey's ego.
Which I don't get, man. Like, you got to be able to manage these personalities, man. Like, I know there's at a certain point you have to, put your foot down and just let them know, hey, like, I'm the GM, you're the player, but there's a way you can manage these personalities, There's definitely a way to manage personalities.
Like, you have Miles Jack, Jalen Ramsey, and Ngakoue. You have all this defensive talent, and you ruin it because Jalen said he wants to get paid. Like, get out of here, dog. Like, why are you here? You assembled this great all-time defense, and you ruined it. Cal said, but will Marrone have been as scared to trust Teddy? Yes, I think Doug was scared of the moment. I don't care who was under center. He fell for the Bill Belichick Jedi mind trick, and he coached scared. I don't care who was under center. Unless it was Aaron Rodgers.
I don't get why people coach scared against that man. Like, look, you got to go at his throat. Like, straight up, you have to go at that man's throat. That's the only way to beat him. Like
Doug Peterson went right for his throat. I miss Doug. Come back, Doug. We shouldn't have fired you. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Eagles are going to be so down bad next year. That's going to be so hilarious. It's going to be so hilarious watching that fan base week to week for 17 weeks just go up and down from hating to loving that team. It's going to be hilarious.
First of all, expectations are where they need to be. It's not like we're thinking we're a Super Bowl team and then we're going to go down the drain. The expectations are the expectations, right? 6.5 wins is the 6.5 wins is the line, and I'm going to take the over. Like, the Eagles will be 7.
I'll take the under. I'll take the under.
Are you serious? We play the Jets. You play the Giants twice. You play Washington twice. You play the Cowboys twice.
Y'all the worst team in that division. I don't think you would beat anyone else in your division more than. I think you're gonna get swept by the Cowboys and the football team and split with the Giants. If I'm being completely honest with you,
this might be a hot take because I know we have a lot of Giant fans, but the Giants are the worst team in the division because Daniel Jones is throwing the football.
Give me Daniel Jones over Jalen Hurts right now.
Shit.
Hey, at least I know Danny Dimes. At least I know Danny Dimes is gonna risk it for the biscuit, dog. He gonna risk it for the biscuit.
For every accurate throw, for every Danny Dimes throw we get 7 fumbles. Is it worth it?
Yes.
We get him running around getting tackled by the turf monster. Dog, the Giant. Y'all keep and I hate to do this to the Giants fans. No, I don't. I hate y'all. Y'all out in these streets bumping your gums and bumping your chest. because you have Daniel Jones. Yeah, I got
It's
all
okay
these weapons and no one to throw it to him.
It's okay because the Giants are going to get Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith, and it's going to be a
It
thing of beauty
doesn't
when he's
matter, dog.
okay.
It doesn't matter if the guy throwing the ball is garbage.
Danny Dimes is not garbage. I'm telling
Hot ass.
you. Yeah, all right. You out there throwing
Daniel
to the
Jones
of the
is
world.
my
Tell me who you
dog's
can finish.
feces in a trash can on a hot summer day. Kyle said he's better
So-
than Fitzpatrick, but I'll take that Washington defense over that Giants defense.
Yeah. I would take the Washington defense over the Giants defense too, even though both are pretty damn good. Honestly, that Giants defense, they just play hard. I'm excited to see what they can do, but I definitely think
Daniel Jones.
Yes.
Like that's supposed to strike fear in my heart. And you find me one person who hears Daniel Jones' name and shakes in their boots, and I'll show
All
you a
I'm
loser.
saying is when y'all split with the Giants this year, we're gonna come back because I do not see y'all sweeping the Giants, and I know
I'm not saying we're sweeping the Giants. I'm saying we're the third best team in the division.
And I no.
Third best team. I think it's Washington and Dallas, 1, 2, us, your local JV team, and then the Giants.
I'm calling a whole lot of cap on that rap. Kyle said that the football team has the best team in the division, but like last year, they have the worst QB.
It's that defense, man.
Big facts.
All you got to do is score 21. That's all Fitz has to do is score 21, and the defense will take care of the rest.
So you think Heineke's you don't think he's gonna be starting this
no,
season?
I think you don't sign Fitzpatrick to have him sit on the bench. It's Fitzpatrick, and that's fine. Like I'll take that. I'll take the Washington racial slurs, 10-7, 9-8 to win the division. I am not afraid of this Giants team whatsoever until they draft Jalen Waddle. But again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because the guy throwing the ball is trash.
We're all in the same area that the Giants definitely. What are they? 6, 7? 6, 7?
Giants are right before us. It's Dallas at 10. I think the Giants at 11, and then the Eagles are at 12, something like that.
Yeah, I think they're taking. I know they're taking the receiver. So whether it's Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, one of them is going to be playing for the New York Giants next year.
Dog, let me tell you something. If Jamar Chase drops to 7 and the Eagles don't move heaven and earth to get him, then we setting something on fire. Like if Jamar Chase drops that low and you don't go grab
to be set on fire. Prepare for something to be set on fire.
Dog, I won't. Fitz can score.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm glad. So we both can agree that the first 3 picks are going to be quarterbacks, right? Trevor Lawrence, number 1. I'm gonna be honest with you. If Justin Fields is number 2 to the Jets, if they take Zach Wilson, it's racist. I'm just gonna be honest. It's racist. And we know the 49ers are going to take what's his name? Mac Jones.
That's more racism than Zach Wilson.
Which is wild that you would willingly just skip Justin Fields to go Mac Jones. Whatever. Maybe they know something I don't know. But
they don't.
Yeah.
They don't know anything you don't know.
Yeah, why is it that in 2 months, 3 months? In 3 months' time, Justin Fields has went from QB2 to we're kind of questioning his work ethic. Can he really make all the throws? I don't get it.
That's draft season though, right? That's what always happens.
I don't get it. I really don't. These are the same people. These are probably the same people who are telling the world Lamar Jackson cannot be a quarterback in this league. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about?
Cal, are you sure that Mac Jones is going to San Francisco? Because it sounds like he's going to San Francisco. Like, I hope they pick Justin Fields. Like, Justin Fields is the obvious choice. But if they did all that to get Mac Jones, Kyle Shanahan should be fired on the spot. Like, if Kyle Shanahan, Kyle, let's talk about it. Kyle, let's talk about this coded language about work ethic. But if Kyle Shanahan on draft night walks up to John Lynch with the card that says Mac Jones, John Lynch should say, "Dog, just go home. Go home."
Yeah, you just gotta
pee in this cup and then go home.
Yeah, definitely drug test him immediately. I actually think Trey Lance, that's the quarterback from North Dakota or something like that?
Yeah, North Dakota State. I can live with that. In no universe should, in my opinion, Mac Jones be drafted over Trey Lance and Justin Fields. Like that just sounds wrong coming out of my mouth, if we're being 100.
And the thing is, like, Mac Jones is a good quarterback, but he's not
He's not a good quarterback, dog. I'm sorry.
No,
He
the thing is,
had
he's a
Devontae
good
Smith,
quarterback because
Jalen Waddle,
someone
Najee
had to
Harris.
deliver the ball to him now. Someone had to read the coverage and make those throws. Mind you, the receivers were about as wide open as you could possibly ever be. Those are probably the most open receivers he'll ever have in his life. And if we're being honest, but someone had to make those throws. My thing is that Mac Jones is like in my opinion, Mac Jones is like a quarterback that should be taken like in that 10 to 15 to 18 range if you need a quarterback, because you take him and then you develop him under a guy who's maybe on his way out, or maybe you don't know, but you develop him these next couple of years. Then when he plays, he's a good quarterback because he's had some time to learn. That's what I see. That's what I see Mac Jones is. But if the 49ers see something in him where he's better than Jimmy G, okay, you gave up all that to get Mac Jones. You better hope that Justin Fields does not turn out to be a really good quarterback, because somebody in that front office is going to be looking at you crazy. I'm going to tell you right now, it's the Bears set the standard for what should happen, what you should not do in terms of drafting a quarterback. If your owner is that racist where he doesn't want his QB to be black, you kindly let that owner know he should be in a retirement home pretty soon, because the Jim Crow days are over. Draft Justin Fields, number 2 overall or number 3 overall. Jets, 49ers, don't mess this up. And I'm going to go even one step further. Okay. Jacksonville Jaguars, if y'all mess this up with the number 1 overall pick, which I don't think y'all will, it's very obvious that y'all will not. If y'all mess it up with the number 1 overall pick, just know your fans are burning everything down. Straight up.
Hey, I don't know if they take Justin Fields number 1, I wouldn't be mad. Here I am defending an Ohio State quarterback. What a time to be alive.
But that's another thing. Why does like everyone's got this like stereotype against Ohio State quarterbacks? Look, man, what was his name? Dwayne Haskins, and what was before that? JT Barrett. And before that was Cordell Patterson. No,
Cordell was before
Jones.
JT.
Cordell Jones. Yeah, Cordell Jones. Look, they were good college quarterbacks. Justin Fields is just a good quarterback in general, in my opinion. Do you guys like Atlanta taking Fields at 4? Oh,
yes, no. Absolutely.
Atlanta's taking that tight end from Florida.
Pitts, dog. I know Pitts is like generational. He's one of a kind. But if you have Justin Fields sitting there at 4, dog, you take him. Either that or you ransom him to a team that needs one. Like if Justin Fields falls to you at 4, you got one more year of Matt Ryan before you can get rid of him.
Really?
Yeah, you can get rid of Matt Ryan next year. His contract, it's either no cap hit, or the cap hit is something that you can reasonably talk to your owner about. Like if because you don't plan on drafting 4 again. So if you're there and Justin Fields is there, dog, Justin Fields in Atlanta just feels right, dog. That's like Michael Vick too. Man, Justin Fields belongs in Atlanta.
I didn't think about that. But let's see. But I hear the draft experts talking that they're taking Pitts at number 4.
I mean, I get it. How old is Matt Ryan? Got to be 36.
My thing is that if they take our worst fear,
he'll be 36 next month.
Taking him. Whoa. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Lions take him at 7, and I got to see this man twice a year. I'm gonna have an issue.
He not.
Y'all Kyle has a point when it comes to mobile quarterbacks. Hey man, you remember the game where a certain number 7 broke the postseason rushing record for a QB? Do you remember what defense he was playing? The Green Bay Packers.
I think he was in Lambeau.
No, it was in San Fran. It was in San Fran.
You're talking about Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick was running all up and down that defense. It was so embarrassing. It was so. Thank you. 171 rush yards as a quarterback. Research. Thank you, research. It was so embarrassing. I'm with you, Kyle. I don't want Justin Fields in our division. No disrespect.
Dog, if Justin Fields drops to that area, I'm trying to think of a team that could jump up to go grab him, right? Like the Patriots can jump up and grab him. But you know what? Let's table this because next week you and I are doing a mock draft and we can go through this scenario. So yeah, so next week we're going to do 10 picks. We might jump it to 15. We're definitely doing 10 picks next week for the show. We're going to be GMs. We're going to think the stuff through out loud, and you guys can make fun of us like you do the professionals.
Please do.
I didn't even look that up. Cal said that's top of the dome.
Yeah.
Cal said
I remember watching that
171.
game and I was just like, yo, can y'all just like tackle the man? Like at this point, like forget defensive schemes. Can you just tackle him? Like, please. Like, forget the defensive schemes, tackle the man. That's when you know you're really getting fed up with your team. When you're like, fuck the defensive schemes, just like tackle, please. Let's go back to the fundamentals.
I can't relate. I've never been ran over like that before.
I mean, here we go. Now I'm telling you, like that Swiss cheese defense. Like I'm telling you, you don't know real frustration with your team until you're literally asking them to do the fundamentals of a sport. Like, you ever been watching the Mavs and they just can't make a shot, and it's like, yo, set your feet. Take your time with the jump shot, please.
Lucas, stop fading away. Just set your feet straight up and down, baby.
Look, there's some games I'm watching. Like there's some times I'm watching the Packers games, and Aaron Rodgers make a few bad throws in a row, and I'm just sitting there like, come on, Rodgers, you can't throw a 5-yard out. You can't throw a 5-yard out. Come on, dog. Nah, don't look around. This is you. You can't throw a 5-yard out. And then he throws a touchdown like 2 throws later. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Hey, your boy, he's taking over Jeopardy. He's starting to phase out. I saw the answer. You wanted to kick the field goal.
Yeah. So turns out that guy who asked that, I was following supporters. Apparently, that guy had Packers money line on that game. So that's why he asked that question.
I love it. So before we wrap up tonight, I want to talk about something that's not related to sports at all. It's just something that got under my skin this weekend. So Godzilla vs. Kong came out this weekend. Have you gotten a chance to watch it yet?
I haven't yet. I've talked to a few people about the vibe of it. Everyone's saying a little bit the same thing. Basically, what I've heard so far, you ain't got to tell me the plot, but basically what I've heard so far is the acting is a little subpar, and it's basically just a big ass lizard fighting a big ass ape, which I mean, it's kind of what you signed up for. So I guess I'm okay with that.
I'm not going to spoil it, but yes, that's pretty much the gist of the movie. But if we're going to be honest, and I'm tired of Hollywood doing this because they did the same thing in Batman vs. Superman. Dog, let's be real. Godzilla would murder Kong in 30 seconds. Like, that movie needs to be 15 minutes. Like, I was so annoyed watching it because I know, like, dog, Godzilla is a walking nuclear power plant.
Oh, shit.
The movie needs to be Godzilla rolling up to Kong and saying, how you want it. I can drown you in the ocean, or I can hit you with this nuclear blast in your heart and kill you. Like, shit. I don't understand. Like, they fought twice. They fought a couple times, and then for like 15 minutes, I was like, yo, this isn't realistic. Like, Godzilla, if you shoot a nuclear warhead at Godzilla, it re-energizes him. If I shot a nuclear warhead at Kong, he will die immediately. I don't understand why this movie was 2 hours long when I know that in real life Godzilla win in the first round. Like, it's not even a fair fight.
Well, see, okay. So I was talking about my dad about that exact same point, and he said the reason why that they had to do it like that is because it's kind of an homage to like the old Godzilla movies. Because old Godzilla movies, like, the acting was very subpar because they don't want the focus to be on the people. They want it to be on Kong versus Godzilla. But obviously in Hollywood talk, 15-minute movie ain't making nobody no money except for the damn advertisers on TV, because that bitch is going straight to TV as a 30-minute special. So I mean, in that regard, I was like, I guess it makes sense, because if you go back and look at some of the old real Japanese Godzilla movies, I mean they're terribly acted, because it's like realistic. Like, if we're talking about realism, let's be real here. If there was a real Godzilla, on this earth, I mean, like you said, we would shoot nuclear warheads and it would energize him. Man, after like the second or third nuke, the U.S. government would be like, look, man,
Hey, Godzilla, this your house. I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah, like, we ain't got an answer for this.
That's right. That's right, Kyle. Even if Kong was super mutant with telekinesis and his eyes opening a portal to a dimension of pure kinetic energy, Godzilla would still smoke that man in 30 seconds. Like, I was so, again, like, it's like Batman versus Superman. It's not a battle. Superman will roll out. What's up, Bruce? Laser eyes to your skull. You're dead.
Time out. Flag on the play. Hold on. Stop right there.
You're not a Batman trooper, are you? Dog.
That is a damn lie. First off, stop the damn presses. Batman versus Superman isn't a fight because Batman fucking him up. Y'all have to stop disrespecting Bruce, man. Look, if I'm gonna switch this rant around. Real quick. Y'all have to stop disrespecting Batman, aka Bruce Wayne. I'm gonna tell y'all one. He is hands down smartest superhero. Only rivaled by maybe Tony Stark. And that's because I love Tony Stark. Batman 2 has a super profile on everyone, including himself. So he knows how to be everybody. Everybody. Listen to me, people. Everybody. Batman knows everybody's weaknesses. That's why he don't kill, because Batman is a sicko in the mind. He just likes beating the hell out of people, putting them in jail, letting them get out of jail so he can beat the hell out of them again. Yes, there are times when he has gotten his ass whooped by a clown in a purple costume with no powers. It's okay. He still whoops his ass because he's enjoying to do it. He's a psychopath. He's a psychopath, people, but he is the greatest superhero out here. Stop playing with Batman. Y'all know how he knew how to whoop Superman's ass is because he knows Superman is all emotions. See, Superman, Lois Lane get her, Lois. Superman flying across the country. Batman don't give a damn about these women. Batman, that nigga, he will leave you on that boat drowning before he save you and the fate of the world. Man, stop playing with Bruce. Stop it. He is the greatest.
Before I retort to that foolishness, Hal says that Bruce Wayne is smarter than Tony Stark, and Stephen Strange is probably smarter than Bruce. I think Shuri is smarter than all of them.
Wow. That's a good one. I didn't even think about that one. Yeah, probably.
I think Shuri is smarter than all of them. But anyway, I don't care how smart Bruce is. I don't give it. It must be very frustrating for Superman to be in these streets fighting intergalactic beings that can end the universe. And then you look across the bay and some dude in the bat costume getting his ass kicked by a dude in the clown costume. Like, dog, I'm over here fighting Darkseid and you can't handle the Penguin. The man is a weeble wobble. And you are here struggling against the Penguin.
That's because Batman. Who the hell? What Thanos that character? Like what Thanos that character realistically would be in Batman's universe? His criminals are like people who are like psychologically terrible, like psychologically or physically terrible. Like he's got like some super soldier like enemies, but most of his enemies are like the Joker, who is probably the best villain across any genre. The Joker, what makes the Joker such a good villain? He could do shit, like he could blow shit up all he wants. Nah, he wanna do something. He wanna emote a certain reaction out of you to prove a point, because that's his thing. He's always trying to prove a point. That's why the Joker is the Joker. Stop playing, Bruce. Superman gets these big doofus.
Superman could clean crime in Gotham in a week. Batman can't do it in 20 years.
Yeah, please. That's because the difference between Superman and Batman is Superman taking his ops and he just frying them to hell. He frying or freezing them to hell. Batman, he finding his ops, he whipping their ass, he putting them in Arkham, and he letting them break out again so he can catch them again and beat their ass because he don't like killing, or he doesn't kill.
Superman would murk him.
Stop it.
Dog. Are we really?
You're reading too much into the Ben Affleck movies. You need to watch some of the cartoons when Batman and Superman fought, and Batman was. So you saw Batman was fucking Superman.
I'm saying if we're being realistic, if we're really The fight is 30 seconds. Oh, what's up, Bruce? I see you a mile away. Boom, laser beam in your skull. Good night. I have Alfred come pick up your body.
He
Like
not
that's
doing
all it
that.
is.
He not
That's
doing
all
it.
it is.
Because once Batman do that research on him and found out that kryptonite is what hit him, what he do? He found kryptonite weapons, leveled the playing field. Now you can't do nothing.
Oh, is that why they needed him to beat Steppenwolf?
Well, I
Is
mean,
that why
now
they made Kevin?
that's because
Oh,
Batman.
but Batman is smart. But Batman is so
Well,
smart.
he got to do his research first. It's hard to do research. Blowing everything to sky to hell. You can't do no research then. Now let's be honest. When Superman and Batman be fighting, they really don't want to be fighting. Like, can we agree to that? They really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they really wanted to scrap, Clark would like, hey, dog, are you sure?
No, yes, I'm sure. If they wanted to fight, and they had to like Batman plan this one out, yeah, there's no way Superman beat them. There's no way.
Why would it doesn't matter what Bruce
because
plans.
Batman's going to show up to the fight with a weapon, like with a kryptonic type weapon to fight Superman. Kryptonite is Superman's weakness.
But Superman can beam that man from a mile away. He not even
when he got kryptonite inside of his skull.
Dog, he gonna fly. He gonna be like, oh, Lois wants some Chick-fil-A. All right, oh, there's Batman on the roof. Pew! All right, bye, Bruce.
The thing about Batman is he might do something like he might capture Lois, dangle her upside down from Metropolis Tower. Here comes Superman. As soon as Superman come through, clad out with some kryptonite bullets. Then what? What?
No.
Whatever. We can agree to disagree. We got to put some respect on Batman name. That's all.
I love Batman. I'm just saying he's the weakest member of the Justice League.
No. Why are you mispronouncing the Flash? Why are you mispronouncing the Flash?
Whoa.
Tell me.
The Flash can travel through time, dog.
Okay. So can Ant-Man.
Yo, we got to end this here. I can't. You in these streets trying to tell me Batman not the weakest member of the Justice League?
He's not. He's
just rich.
Batman's the most valuable player on the Justice League.
He's the most valuable player.
You want to punch and beat everything up. Batman, the only one who thinks things through, and he thinks things through at an incredible rate. Yes, I'm taking Batman. Yes.
So first round. So yeah, thank you, Kyle. Flash outran death. So you taking the first? If we're doing the draft for the Justice League, damn the NFL draft. We drafting the Justice League. You tell me your first pick is Batman.
Yes, my number one overall pick is Batman.
I'll give me Superman. We winning chips forever.
Yeah, you looking around in that Space Jam commercial.
So who's your
picking Superman at the top of your list with King Kong and the Iron Giant under?
So this is funny. So all right, you get Batman. I get Superman. Who's number two?
My second round pick?
Yeah, who's your second round pick?
Oh, Wonder Woman.
Okay, smart. I'm taking Marvin Martian. Who's your third round pick?
Oh, Cyborg.
Oh, damn, I forgot a Cyborg. Damn. That's the one. Damn.
Yeah. So right there, I got the smartest one. I got someone who can equal out Superman's outrageously ridiculous strength, and then I have Cyborg. Too much versatility. Damn. I got too much versatility. I got someone in the rim. I got an athletic wing in Cyborg, and my point guard Batman putting everyone in position to be able to score.
So I got Superman. Who did I take to? Marvin Martian.
And then the Flash is your last one.
I was going to say Aquaman, but I'll take the Flash. Cyborg, I would definitely go MM, Wonder Woman. Who are these people? Who is MM?
Marvin Martian, Wonder Woman. Or
who's GL?
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. Oh, I forgot about Green Lantern. Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna hold back my slander on the Green Lantern. I got to get more into Green Lantern, man, because that shit's always been corny to me. I'm with a rain, like that's corny to me. That's always been corny to me. But I got to just get more into it.
Oh, you know what? I take Shazam. Shazam is round 4.
It's actually probably not a bad one.
Yeah, dog. So I got Superman. I got Shazam. Who did I say?
I might take Aquaman with my fourth round pick.
Oh, Kyle says Cyborg is the weakest. Whoa, Kyle.
Damn, they just slandered me. Cyborg can jump. Cyborg, I'm getting some versatility. Cyborg controls or Aquaman controls water. He's low key a god. So if we need to go to the
Aquaman
water,
is not a
I got
superhero.
Aquaman.
Dog, we're not gonna start with the Aquaman
You
slander.
probably think, you know what? And my 5th round pick might be Green Arrow because I need some shit.
Hey, if that's the case, I'm taking Black Canary in the 5th round. What's good?
Man, I might take Robin while we playing. I might take Nightwing, Robin, whoever you want.
Dog, Robin got murdered by the Joker. Get out of here.
But chill out, bro.
Get out of here. You get murdered by the Joker. You don't deserve to be on anybody's list.
Well, that's because y'all have to stop with this Batman universe slander because y'all not in these Gotham streets. You clearly weren't playing enough Arkham City, Arkham.
I got all of them, dog. I love Batman.
So how are you sitting here slandering the GOAT?
He out here getting beat by Victor Freeze and Superman in these streets fighting Darkseid. Beings that can take over the world, not Gotham.
That's because could you imagine Dr. Freeze in Superman's universe?
Superman would kill him. Superman, exactly. That's the point. Superman's enemies are so much greater than Batman's enemies
because you have to level out the playing field with the damn superhero. But I'm saying my superhero over here versus this superhero over here, I'm taking the smarter one who can easily adapt to fight this guy. This guy's skill set's the same no matter what. He's bringing the same post moves, same dribble crossover every single time. But my guy Batman over here, he's got versatility. So what? You want to dribble over here? I bet I got some defense I can rotate that way. Are you trying to slash? Okay, I can step back. I'm gonna take the charge. Please stop playing with Batman and his versatility.
Dog, there is no defense. There's no defense for Kareem Skyhook, and that's what Superman is. He's the Kareem Hook.
It's called
the Kareem Hook.
It's called Kryptonite.
All right, man. I will say this. I think Batman is more equipped to beat Lex Luthor. I'll say that.
Say what?
I think Batman is more equipped to beat Lex Luthor because they're both just a bunch of smart, rich dudes.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, all Superman does is just overpower him.
Like Batman is just Lex Luthor on the other side. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying.
That's a great point. I can get behind that one. Good point. Good point.
Hey, we in this joint for an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap for episode 9 of Speak On It. D, where can the people find you? In your
already know, people. You can find me and my Batman loving takes on IG, Twitter, and Twitch at Los D-Mix. That's LOSDEEMIX at Los D-Mix. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Holla at your boy. Shout out to the real ones out here who putting on for Batman Squad. Batman Gang, we up in here. F Superman, whatever.
Okay.
Lucky me go Marvel because you sound like someone who might slander Spider-Man.
Oh, I love Spider-Man. Whoa.
Okay.
Spider-Man slander will not prosper ever.
Yeah, you're right. Not ever.
Kyle, thank you for joining us. Research.
Thank you, Research Department. You always are incredible. Thanks, Kyle. You the bro.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. My name is Danny Ocean. You can find me on the Twitter machine at MadAds14. That's it, D. Let's say goodbye to the people.
People, as always, it's love. Use those Manscaped promos. Your balls will thank you. Shout out to Going For Two because we here for you.
Shout out A&R. That's it for us, y'all. Peace.